Hey everyone, this is Tip Bayless with Swag Sports Media. Guys, you have just won the Swag Ball, the 5th ever. Now, going into this, the all-time record between these two teams was 2-2. And now, after the first 5 years of the sport, you guys are the overall victors with that 3-2 all-time record, taking the lead. Team Joe, how are you guys feeling? What are your initial thoughts after this victory?
Feeling pretty good. I love to come here for Team Joe and win it. So, I've only been on Team Joe. I think it's my only first year playing for Team Joe. But it's not?
Oh, man.
Okay, well, it's not my first year playing for Team Joe. But, it's a good organization. I like it. Well, I come from Asphalt. Got it done for them. Now Joe wants it done, so.
Yeah, I mean, first year playing with Chad, it's an honor, and it's also my first time winning the Swag Ball, so.
Yeah,
especially after missing out last year.
It's a real narrative shift on swim.
Yeah.
Swim's coming home with a ring. Something for the fans to think about. Yep, right there on his finger.
Right there.
Well, good stuff, guys. Great to hear that. A lot of emotions with a victory like that. Matt Spence, just want to single you out here a little bit. Hustle Player of the Year. I mean, what do you think is your driving force that pushes you to hustle that hard, getting those boards, finishing with the totals that you had? What is the main factor to getting that?
Especially this year, the no titles was looming over my head, so I had to change that narrative, get out there and prove that I belong here, and belong on Team Joe, and that I wasn't just here just because there was no playing because Leo Fontaine couldn't make it, but to prove that I actually belong and could compete with the rest of them.
Inspirational. And Chad, taking home another MVP, another ring for Joe. Now you've actually, just to clarify, so we don't have any upset fans, you've been with Joe for longer than Asphalt now in the 5th year. You spent your 2 first years there at Asphalt. Then there was the big trade. You played with Arian for back-to-back years, and now you got this new teammate, Matt Spence. How does it feel to take another ring home for Joe? And what do you guys think that you can do for next year for both of you, I guess?
Well, I think we had a good game. I think something that we figured out pretty early on in the game was our signature, our play style of switch defense. Keep switching around. That helped us out a little bit. And we kind of found our roles. And we settled into that. And we just played some comfortable basketball, and I think that's really how you kind of get it done. I love Team Joe. I'll stand for whatever team I play for, and I'll stand for the fans cheering my name. So. That's how I feel.
I don't know how he's able to lift up his left hand with all the rings he got on him. So,
Right.
The best.
Facts. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, congrats on the win, and we'll see you back for the bowl.
Good evening, Team Asphalt. Coming back from a hard-fought game. Very close game. Very interesting one for the fans. I guess I'll address both of you here. How do you think you two could team up? And potentially, what errors do you have to smooth over for next year? What has to get worked on?
Gosh, I mean, I didn't really feel like we played well together. I do think that, this is one of the most competitive games that we've ever had in the sport. 21-18 is a solid score. We really were holding on for a while there at the end. But I think we just have to communicate better in the beginning of the game and just just execute. A lot of missed layups, missed shots. I think we were doing a good job of making high percentage looks, but I think it's just going to come down to individual effort and making sure that our bodies are there and our skill is there, and that we're just on the right page. So.
Yeah, I don't think it was a problem with us. I think it was a problem with my cardiovascular system. I got some cardio in the off season. I think it's the only thing that held us back because I totally ran out of gas in the latter parts of the periods. So
I think we weren't expecting the immaculate hustle from Matthew Spence
yeah,
as well.
So I think
I
think it's the only thing I need. It's like Brian getting his workout with Hakeem. I just gotta do something like that. Just build up my endurance a little bit.
All right, and then this question is gonna be for Ari actually. How did it feel joining the new team this year and playing with a new teammate?
It was nice to have a fresh start. I still think, despite the result, I put on a pretty good performance for the new team. I think Xander and I really gelled pretty well together in the first game. Obviously, we would like to come home with the W, but we still got a lot of years ahead of us to make something out of this. So I'm confident looking into the future.
All right, this question is going to be for Xander. So, as the kind of the driving force of your teams over the years, you know, you're kind of the staple guy, you're the image. How badly do you want that next ring? And what are you going to do?
I mean, the worst thing is that initial moment when you realize, you know, it's game point, and if the other team scores one more point, you have to wait a year to have another chance at it. And that moment struck me very hard. I think that, you know, seeing the fans' faces in the crowd, seeing the, you know, everyone holding their breath, you know, waiting for that, you know, next point to drop, just hoping that maybe we have a chance to come back. And like I said, we held out, you know, for a while there, you know, gained a couple more points to make it a little bit closer. But, I mean, these fans mean everything to me, and it's just gonna take, you know, time to recover from this. We're not gonna forget this one. And next year, like I said, just work together more, work on our cardio, make sure that we're, you know, got enough fuel to make it through the end of the game. But, you know, to the fans, once again, you know, we're disappointed too, and we want that just as bad as you do.
Well, a great performance from Team Asphalt nonetheless. Hard-fought game. You know, you just can't come through with all of them, but
That's right.
it's a good day out there on the court.
We'll
You
be
know,
back.
That's what matters.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
All right, thank you, Team Asphalt.
Thank you, sir.
Hey guys, this is Tip Bayless here again with Swag Sports Media. Guys, tough loss there in the Swag Bowl.
Thanks for reminding us, Tip.
Of course, you know, that's why they pay me well. Anyways, tough loss for you guys there. Anyways, what are your guys' initial reactions here? I mean, just seemed like, you know, some of the plays just weren't there, passes weren't there, things weren't connecting. Guys, can you give the fans and give us here in the media an explanation for, you know, what happened there today?
I don't really know. I mean,
Bad game.
Yeah. Before we knew it, kind of just got away from us. You know, we had that touchdown the first drive. Then after that, they just kept piling on the touchdowns. And before we knew it, it was like 53-25. So, I don't know. I mean, we just kept getting burnt in man coverage.
That's what it came down to.
Yeah. I mean, I had those picks, which helped, but it was kind of too late by then. So, yeah, we should have the speed to keep up. That's pretty much it.
Tough one. Hey, for you guys, now, Ari, you're usually all-time offense, and this is your first time, you know, being involved on the defensive side as well, and you won yourself a Defensive Player of the Year, just to kind of give you, you know, your, you know, your roses there, your flowers there, you know, that was very good. And how does it feel to have that accomplishment?
I mean, it feels pretty good, you know, being the only, am I the only player to have decoy in both the ball and bowl?
Probably.
Maybe, who knows? But I don't know. I felt like I was kind of Trayvon Diggs out there. Like I either got a pick or I let up a touchdown. So I don't know. It's an achievement for sure, but could have been better. Not really
Gotcha.
making up for losing.
Chad Zemansky, walking away with 0 hardware this year, really out of the ordinary for you. What do you think you got to do next year to, you know, maybe come away with a victory and, you know, some hardware included?
You know, it's tough. I think this year, being on the new team, I couldn't find a role like I'm usually able to. You know, so I mean, I'm not a drop coverage guy, and you know, I got to play that, and that's not going to work out. I mean, I could play a little receiver. I don't know. I think I maybe have become a more versatile player to succeed with different teammates and such. You know, in my career here. So I think that's what it comes down to.
Right, you are with a different teammate. Last year, obviously, the victory with Shotaflo Leo, he was the MVP. Now, you know, not having him along your side might make a little bit of a difference, even though Arian came away with that decoy. Well, thank you guys again for your time, and best of luck next year.
All All right, welcome Team Asphalt, the winners of the
Man, this sea is
2026
warm. Who was over here
Swag
before? Golly.
Bowl. First question, I want to go to Swim here. Swim, you have a historic game, possibly the best performance in Swag Bowl history. Tell me, what's it feel like?
You know, it feels great. You know, coming off the Swag Bowl loss last year, and then obviously lost in the play-in last year too. It's just great to get the double win under my belt, and to have the performance I had today in the bowl. You know, you can't make up like that result.
Where did the energy for today come from?
Just a heart, you know. I've had this penciled in on my calendar for a year now, and I decided I was going to come out here and make a show, and I think that's what I did.
Xander, you were no slouch yourself, picking up an award for yourself as well. Tell me, what do you think you had the biggest impact on in the game?
You know, I felt like I was pleasantly surprised with my passing. I feel like getting Matt involved in the receiving game as well was what helped him take away the amazing hardware and the achievement that he did today. Really, giving him that option to show off his receiving skills as well. Usually I am, the main receiver, but I think that we found out today that we both can play both, positions at a high level. So.
And I guess last question here for both of you. If we do go back to 2-on-2 with me on all-time O, how do you think your approach is going to change next year, if at all?
Our approach.
I think our approach is going to be the same. I think we're just going to keep airing it out, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, we learned a lot in this one for sure. I think definitely, we're able to see, like I said, just, more of our strengths and see how versatile we are. And I think that adding an additional player, I feel like we can still gel with that, I think it really gives us more options rather than less. Sure, we might end up with a more competitive game, but I don't think it slows us down much at all.
All right, Team Asphalt, winners of Swag Bowl 5.
And history makers.
History makers.
First ever field goal made.
First ever field goal made. That is true. All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.